So, in the beginning of the story, my protagonist, whose name is Olive, is on a plane. And I decided to start it on a plane because I was trying to think of what's a really stressful event. And, people with anxiety, I know I have anxiety when I fly. So she's on a plane, she's going overseas to her grandmother's funeral. And she's writing in her notebook. So the premise is she has been writing a fantasy story for the last couple of years in her notebook as a way of working through some of her anxieties. And during the plane ride, there's a bout of turbulence, and she starts also having a conflict with her brother. And so she runs into the lavatory of the plane, shuts herself in there, and she has her notebook. She starts to write, and she goes through a portal into her own story. So she ends up in this fantasy world, which is on a distant planet. And she meets characters who are her own invented characters. Some of them are based on people in her life. So there's like a little bit of a Wizard of Oz vibe to it, where she's meeting kind of analogs of people in her life, but in her story. And then she has to figure out how to interact as herself in this story. She ends up meeting her own protagonist. And I don't want to give a lot away, but things kind of go wrong there. And it's a story about her finding her power and finding her confidence. I want the readers to get out of the book that it's okay to be to struggle with anxiety, to struggle with mental health issues. Olive has OCD, but there are many kinds of mental health issues that young people struggle with. And when I was a teenager, I didn't really understand my OCD very well, and I didn't really see it represented in books or movies or anything like that. And I wish I would have had a book with a character that was going through something that I was. And so I hope that that young people with anxiety disorders will identify with Olive and will maybe feel empowered because of this book. And for people who read it who don't have anxiety disorders, I hope that it shows them what that can be like, and maybe helps inform them a little bit. And then I also hope that readers just enjoy the adventure part of the story. People should buy my book because it's something new. It's something a little bit different. Olive is a different kind of protagonist. There aren't a lot of books out there about people with OCD. And also it's a fun book. It's a space fantasy. And it has interesting creatures that I've come up with, and characters getting into difficult situations. And I think it's just a lot of fun. So if you're interested in the Twin Stars, you can find it on Amazon. It's available both as an ebook and as a print book. And you can also look at my website. It's bridgetteduttaportman.com for links to the book. And you can check out reviews and things like that. So again, I'm Bridgette Dutta Portman. If you enjoyed this conversation about my new novel, The Twin Stars, go to Amazon, or you can go to my website, bridgetteduttaportman.com, for a link to the book. And I hope you enjoy it.